Welcome back to Little English Studio, the channel where we bring the world's greatest wonders to life through simple and beautiful English. Today, we journey to the edge of the Arctic Circle, to a land shaped by two powerful forces, fire and ice, a land of volcanoes and glaciers, of legends and raw beauty. This is Vatnajökull National Park, Iceland's magnificent wilderness, a place where nature writes its own poetry in ice and lava. Iceland is one of the youngest countries on Earth, geologically speaking. It sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge where two tectonic plates, the North American and Eurasian, slowly drift apart. As they separate, magma rises from the Earth's mantle, creating volcanoes, mountains, and lava plains. Now imagine adding ice to that equation, massive glaciers sculpting valleys, carving fjords, and grinding rock into dust. The result is a landscape so otherworldly that it feels like stepping onto another planet. At the heart of this land lies Vatnajökull, the largest glacier in Europe by volume, covering about 8% of Iceland's total area. The glacier and its surrounding regions form the Vatnajökull National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most extraordinary natural parks in the world. Vatnajökull means water glacier in Icelandic, a fitting name for this massive body of ice that seems alive. Beneath its frozen surface, volcanic activity stirs constantly. When volcanoes erupt under the ice, the heat melts vast amounts of water, leading to sudden glacial floods called jökullaups, a uniquely Icelandic phenomenon that has shaped the land for centuries. From above, Vatnajökull looks like a frozen ocean, its surface rippled and cracked like waves turned to stone. Its ice can be up to 1,000 meters thick, pressing down on the Earth with unimaginable force. Beneath the glacier lies a hidden world, volcanoes, valleys, and subglacial lakes, forever changing in secret. Standing here, you can feel the glacier breathe. In summer, it melts and releases shimmering rivers that snake across black sand plains. In winter, it freezes and expands, reclaiming its dominion. Vatnajökull is not just a glacier, it's a living system, a slow, cold heartbeat of Iceland. Few places on Earth combine such extremes. Beneath the ice of Vatnajökull lie some of Iceland's most active volcanoes, Grímsvötn, Bárðarbunga, and Öræfajökull. When they erupt, the meeting of fire and ice produces violent, spectacular events. Imagine a volcano exploding beneath a kilometer of solid ice. The heat melts water, pressure builds, and rivers of ash and steam burst through the surface. These eruptions create vast ice caves, meltwater channels, and even new landscapes. The 2011 Grímsvötn eruption, for example, sent plumes of ash miles into the sky, temporarily grounding flights across Europe. Yet even such raw power is part of Iceland's rhythm, destruction giving birth to beauty, chaos creating order. Every mountain and valley here tells a story written in two elements, lava and frost. Perhaps the most breathtaking features of Vatnajökull are its ice caves, natural cathedrals carved by melting water within the glacier. Each year they change shape, melt away, and reform elsewhere, making every cave a temporary masterpiece. Inside, the world glows in shades of blue, from pale sapphire to deep indigo. Light filters through meters of ice, turning ordinary sunlight into liquid magic. Silence fills the air, broken only by the distant drip of water or the groan of moving ice. Explorers and photographers from around the world come here during winter, when the caves are stable enough to enter. Walking through them feels like entering another dimension, one where time slows, sound disappears, and every breath turns into mist. Established in 2008, Vatnajökull National Park unites several older protected areas, including Svartifoss in the south and Jökulsárgljúfur in the north. Together, they form a massive wilderness covering over 14,000 square kilometers, nearly 15% of Iceland's total land area. This park is a microcosm of Iceland itself. You can find glaciers, volcanoes, lava fields, rivers, waterfalls, black sand deserts, and green valleys, all within one boundary. One of the park's most iconic sites is Svartifoss, or Black Falls, where dark basalt columns frame a cascade of white water. These hexagonal rock formations inspired Icelandic architecture, including the famous Hallgrímskirkja church in Reykjavik. Further north lies Dettifoss, Europe's most powerful waterfall, where the glacial river Jökulsárgljúfur plunges into a deep canyon, creating thunderous clouds of mist. Every corner of the park is a reminder that Iceland is alive, always moving, always transforming. Despite the harsh conditions, Vatnajökull National Park is home to an astonishing range of wildlife. Arctic foxes roam the tundra, ptarmigans change their feathers with the seasons, and seals drift along the glacier's melting edges. In summer, migratory birds arrive by the thousands, pink-footed geese, whooper swans, skuas and puffins nesting along the cliffs and lakes. The rivers, born from glacial melt, support salmon and trout that feed both animals and humans. And if you look to the skies on a clear winter night, you might see another kind of life, the aurora borealis, the northern lights dancing above the ice. Green and violet waves shimmer across the frozen plains, making Vatnajökull feel like a window to the universe itself. In 2019, UNESCO recognized Vatnajökull National Park as a World Heritage Site, praising it as a unique natural laboratory of geological processes. Few places on Earth display such an active and visible interaction between volcanoes and glaciers. The park's dynamic nature offers scientists invaluable insight into climate change, volcanic activity, and glacial evolution. Every eruption, every flood, every shift of ice provides new data, a record of the Earth's ongoing story. UNESCO's recognition also helps protect this fragile environment from over-tourism and exploitation, ensuring that future generations can experience its untouched beauty. For the people who live near Vatnajökull, life has always been shaped by respect for nature's power, and for its unpredictability. Farmers build their homes on safe ground, away from glacial flood paths. Guides lead tourists carefully across ice caves and lagoons, always mindful that the glacier can change overnight. Communities here live in harmony with the land, knowing that nature gives and takes in equal measure. It's a lesson of humility that in a place like Iceland you don't conquer the earth, you coexist with it. Vatnajökull is more than a landscape, it's a reflection of Iceland's spirit. A land of contradictions that somehow coexist in perfect balance, fire and ice, darkness and light, creation and destruction. Standing before this glacier, you realize that time works differently here. What looks eternal is actually in motion. What seems solid is melting. What appears silent is alive. It's nature's reminder that change is not the enemy, it's the essence of existence. And that was the story of Vatnajökull National Park, Iceland's frozen heart, where volcanoes sleep beneath glaciers and beauty emerges from extremes. Thank you for joining Little English Studio on this journey through ice, fire and time. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more stories about the world's most extraordinary natural wonders, told in clear and simple English. See you in the next video, explorers of our beautiful planet.